Hey family, so this is a huge message. If you are anyone who is actively creating your own paradigm, manifesting, anything like that, releasing your 3D matrix attachments, this reading is for you. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle while I speak, but basically, lay low, play slow is what I'm getting. What the fuck does that mean? This means while you're making these shifts, while you're making these changes, you're going to shine, but you're not going to do anything major until like you're solid within that energy of your own, okay? So this means that you're not telling everyone your master plan. This means that you're not just like, oh, big things coming, and then because what happens when you start unplugging from the matrix, when you start building your own paradigm, you're still in that pendulum swing of the matrix until you really eradicate your lower chakras, like the fear, okay? Not your chakras themselves, but things that are held within them, okay? The fear, the anxiety, the stress, the victimization, okay? And to be fair, if you are part of the matrix plugin, you are a victim. And I'm not like shaming you for that, because we're all born victims to this matrix realm, okay? We have the Four of Fire. So a lot of you, this starts at home. Okay, I'm hearing specifically, you need to clear clutter, okay? Clothes that you no longer wear, dishes that are like broken, or just anything that's uninspiring to you, okay? Some of you are going through your makeup bags and throwing out old makeup that doesn't, that's like sort of teeming with bacteria. And again, no judgment. This isn't, I know this message is kind of intense, but again, this is all from love. Because what happens when you start doing your own thing, when you start making your own shifts and taking responsibility, full responsibility for your life, the matrix tests you, okay? And I don't always use that word, but it does, okay? It's like, you're trying to make your own world, you're trying to make your own paradigm, like, let's see how strong you really are, okay? And that's what's gonna build you up. But again, a lot of people get lost in that challenge. It's like when you start doing better for yourself, it's like old exes come up, people start treating you really weird. You start noticing your friends that you thought were friends are like sneak dissing you, or they're kind of clowning what you're doing. Especially if you're bettering yourself, or if you're like giving up a habit, or let's say you're not partying as much, or you're going to sleep early, like they're gonna start making jokes about you. And it might be lighthearted at first, but like because you're waking up and because you're more aware of yourself and the people around you and the energies that you're entangling with, it's a little more serious than that, okay? And so lay low, play slow, what does that mean? It means when you start recognizing these things, you really need to just make a mental note and not fully address them like your 3D self would, okay? Some things will need addressed, but again, when you're specifically creating your own paradigm, your life, the way you deserve to have it, and things start shifting and rearranging, like, it's really important not to get attached to the people that you may feel like are coming for you, or it's really important not to emotionally plug into whatever it is that they're operating on, okay? And it's like, okay, so alchemizing. And I'm probably not even gonna pull that many cards because the channel's coming in so clearly. On the bottom I have release, okay? This is 13, release. Is also divine feminine. I've been channeling Ashera very heavily lately and I love it. I just took a few days to myself to like really fortify my energy on this next level. And so I'm just excited. So there's a divine feminine element that's trying to awaken within you. And it does not matter if you're a man or a woman. There is an element of this divine feminine, this seed that's been planted in you. Okay, and this lack of femininity is why a lot of people are broke, why a lot of people are struggling when it comes to money. Okay, this divine feminine is why was she removed from the Christian Bible? Why do we not worship Asherah like we worship him, God, him? You know, it's because it keeps people, it keeps people in the pendulum swing. People are easier to control. How do you break out of this pendulum swing of energy in the matrix? Courage. Okay, when your frequency is at least at courage, that's just the bottom basics of where you start to experience more in your favor. Okay, it's this baseline of courage, and it's also a knowing. Okay, so it's a knowing who you are. It's a remembering. There's a lot of remembering of who you are. I've been channeling light codes, and let me tell you, all of the work that I've done over the past 10 years felt very just kind of like, fuck, like, am I applying this right? Is this even, and there's the matrix having even me, doubt myself and doubt who I am and what I really need to be doing, and, falling into this lack. Okay, lack is very much an illusion, but it feels so real. Okay, so if this is your reading, stay tuned. I have a lot for you right here. So we're going to go back to this home life. Okay, you're clearing your energy. And I'm not talking about just like here and there. Like, your home is your sanctuary. It's where you're going to recharge. It's where you're going to give birth to this version of yourself. It's where you're going to be safe, to experience who you really are moving forward. This is your foundation. Okay, it's meant to be solid. Okay, so anything that's not solid within your foundation is going to be extremely obvious. Okay, and if you're someone saying right now, well, I can't control everything, like I can't control. Okay, well, first of all, just stop telling yourself that. Okay, and I'm not saying to state the opposite. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm in control of everything, because that's going to give you, it's going to make you feel bummed when things don't go your way. So don't attach yourself to that just yet. Okay, so what can you control in your home environment? What do you need to take back authority, especially women? Okay, men, typically, yes, you're just as important. This is not a battle, but men can typically fare with, the basics. I mean, they're men for a reason, and they have such an important role in society. So I am not, again, downplaying any of that. But women specifically, I need you to wipe down your mirrors. Okay, wherever you get ready in the morning, you have a mirror. Make sure that's clean, because if you can't see yourself clearly, you're not going to see other things clearly. And that's not just a metaphor. Make sure your mirrors are clean. Okay, you're going to have like a special place, if not your whole home. Okay, we're all in different living situations, but your home right now is your focus. And it's also going to put you in a neutral space to where you can give yourself a break from worrying about this job situation, worrying about a relationship that maybe didn't go as planned or isn't as satisfying as it used to be. It's going to put you in a neutral place while you're doing this housework. Okay, and it may take you a few days, but it's going to put you in this neutral place where you can start receiving personal messages that are meant just for you during this time. Okay, and if you need any clarity, I am here. I give personal readings. I will read your energy. I'll tell you everything you need to hear for now at this stage, wherever you are. Okay, and yeah, I'm building my website. There's gonna be a lot more on there, but for right now, email me if you're interested in like your personal energetic situation, because they've been extremely clear lately, and what are we waiting for anyway? So your home is becoming this like just network of power for you. Okay, it's so important. It's so important to get rid of things that do not serve a purpose, especially broken things. If there are broken objects that you cannot fix, throw them out or donate them or give them to, recycle, do whatever's appropriate, or fix them. Okay, if it's something that you can fix and you've been keeping it in the closet and it's like, oh, I'll get to it one day. Oh, I just mixed these backwards, so there are no mistakes here. So it's gonna be an interesting reading. Okay, so your home, first and foremost, yes, you need to get your home on point. Also, messy homes, again, no judgment. I have children and I've also been practicing for the better half of a decade, so no judgment. But especially if you have children, or even if you don't, your home being messy will keep money from coming in. Okay, and specifically from your doorway, from your front doorway, your back left corner of your home is your money corner. Okay, that corner specifically needs some attention. I'm hearing that you're hoarding some things. Again, I don't say that with judgment, but there's just like things that you don't want to let go of that may be sitting in this corner, or there's things that just need moved out of that corner. If at all possible, put a plant there. Okay, I understand it's not always perfect lighting. Okay, again, if it doesn't apply, don't sweat it. If you have the luxury of putting a plant like a bamboo or just something very prosperous in that corner, it's going to clear a lot of your money problems right now. Okay, so your home is going to be the focus for whoever this is for. Okay, some of you are coming out of like a depression. Okay, again, I know what that's like. I know that the Matrix wants us to be, when we're depressed, our energy doesn't make it very far. Our energy doesn't radiate very far. It kind of like inverts itself. And so, and then we just cause more illness. We cause more this and that. So I want you to focus right now on things that just liberate you. Things that give you that feeling of freedom, just unencumbered freedom moving forwards. How do you want to feel when you wake up? And I might say this a lot during different readings, but the more time you spend with me here, the more these little things are going to make sense. Okay? How you wake up and how you go to bed are everything in life. Everything. Okay? So some of you might feel like you're in isolation. I have a very specific message that you have angels around you. You have angels around you. You're not alone. If you feel like this is like a very lonely journey and you just wish you had someone to kind of grow with, hit the like button and subscribe, because that's all we do here. Okay, that's all we do here. And I really want such like a community of people who, even if you might not be there yet, or even if you already are there and you're just like, you just need a little motivation to keep moving, to keep, building. I want a community of people that just get it. I want this community of people to like really begin to shift the frequency of what's happening on the planet. Okay? So if you're feeling alone, I love you. You're not alone. Okay? I have previous readings that you can read or that you can watch if you're feeling lonely, and I just have more coming. Again, you can find my email if you want to work one-on-one. But if you're feeling lonely right now, you're feeling isolated because you're not looking at the messages. It's like, even if you're not fully isolated, if you're just feeling isolated right now, it's so that you can clear your mind to receive these angelic codes, these messages, these very clear messages that are being delivered to you so that you can move forward one step closer to your goal. And I heard something. So if you only make 1% more effort than the day before, after a year passes, you will be 365% better than the day you started, right? So don't underestimate those little improvements, okay? If you feel like you're moving backwards, sometimes you're just being pulled backwards to like really shoot forwards, okay? I'm a Sagittarius. That bow and arrow don't play, okay? So if you feel like you're being pulled backwards, what you need to do is focus on where you want to land, because you're about to be shot forward, okay? You don't want to be focused on the ground and darn, like, I wish this worked out, I wish that worked out. Focus forward. Focus on where you want to be. And that these, again, they can sound just like words, and I really hope that you feel my heart and my energy when I'm speaking on these, because words don't actually teach us anything. They have to be felt. They have to be felt. They have to be experienced to mean anything, okay? And so, yeah, what I'm hearing is you're not going to be isolated for long. What you just need is like a little bit of privacy, okay? Let's say, okay, you're kind of like wounded, you have traumas or things that are coming up from childhood, or you're realizing, maybe this person that you're with isn't, somebody you can grow with to the next level, and maybe you're kind of like feeling like you just have to give up a lot, and there's like this tightness around that. You're being given the privacy to heal without all the criticism, without all the slick little jokes that are just jokes, that weren't really just jokes. That was for someone. Okay, you're given this privacy, and I want you to honor that. Okay, don't feel like you're alone, because you're not. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Like, some people just flat out want to see you fail. Some people just flat out do not respect you. Some people see you in need of like a friend, or they see you like really struggling with something, and like they're not making it any easier. And I'm so sorry if this is something you're going through, because this is honestly really pathetic. But again, this is what happens when you're in the matrix. And as much as I want to sit here and tell you, like, I know for a fact you deserve better. Some of you are going to sleep crying at night, and that breaks my heart. But what I have to do as an alchemist, and what you're eventually learning how to do, is to realize that these people, they're playing their role in the matrix because they don't remember who they are. And up until you remembered who you were, you may have like played a part in this too, okay? Again, no judgment, because we've all been there. This is just part of it. It's part of it. But now that you realize that the stress is weighing on you, now that you realize that you can't keep up this level of tit for tat, is that what they call it? Like, you're just so uninterested in playing the bullshit games of the matrix that you're really like, I hate to do this, but you gotta go. Because some of you have such beautiful hearts, you would rather suffer and feel the pain and just like, and some of you don't. Some of you are like, you know what, fuck this. You're not putting my nervous system through your bullshit ass games. Okay, you're not playing with me because I know my worth and I know I'm special. Okay, and the other of you, I mean, you can have a good heart without allowing this. As a matter of fact, now that you've watched this reading, you can't go back. you're never gonna be in a place where you just allow this attack on you. Okay, so how do we alchemize this? Okay, because I want to talk about how much of a piece of shit this person is. I want to talk about how unfair and wrong they are. But again, we're alchemists. So what we have to do is put on our best, like, Scarlet Witch energy. If you've ever watched that movie, that little Marvel mix-up, like, don't come at me in the comments. I don't know. I just remember the movie. And she has such a calm demeanor. And if you understand anything about meditation and, like, manifesting and all of that, alchemy, you would understand exactly why she has such a calm demeanor at first. Because when she starts moving and attacking people and she starts looking for her children, her sons, she's not calm. And she's very much like the biggest threat. I fucking love that movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I don't remember the actual title. But yeah, just look up the Scarlet Witch friggin' Marvel movie, and it's very empowering. But it's also like a huge lesson at the end too. But I'll let you watch it. So how she carries herself, okay, she's alchemizing. She's like, all these people are telling her, you can't do this, you can't do that. And she is so calm. Why is she calm? Because she knows who the fuck she is. And she knows how her energy works. And she knows she can't be popping off left and right and still maintaining her energy. She knows all these people, all they want is just a piece of her, a piece of her, a piece of her, a piece of her, a piece of her. And here she remains calm. So we're alchemizing. How do we alchemize these assholes that want to, okay, and some of it's your boss. Okay, some of your bosses are just gross. But again, without pitying them, you look at these people that are actively causing trouble in your life, or actively not helping you, or actively not being who you thought they were, and you realize that they are a victim. They are a victim to the matrix, just like you used to be. And it might take some practice of doing that, but I promise you, after a while, you're going to find compassion. Okay, and that is how you alchemize hate. That's how you alchemize the darkness. That's how you use the matrix. That's how you use the patriarchy, even you men, in your favor. That's how you let things go in your heart. And maybe your ego wants to pity them a little bit at first. Again, just move your energy into a place of compassion, because hating these people, playing their games, is draining you. It's draining you. I love you. And I think I'm going to leave it at that, because that was a lot. And if this was your message, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to put my Patreon below. Oh, yeah. You better hit that like button. I love you, family, and we'll talk soon.